All right, you had a great question. So I'm back with Matt Sears, and high-level internet director. I mean, like, really powerful internet director here at Rising Star. So Matt, ask a question on camera because I don't want them to think that I'm firing shots out of nowhere. Okay, so
My question is what are your thoughts and opinions on this point with traditional media and the way in which it works either with or against?
oh, let me unleash on this one because I got to tell you right now. I got to tell you that I believe that traditional advertising and marketing. I'm not saying it's dead, but it's got to have its place. Traditional advertising and marketing is intrusive advertising when and where people don't want to be bothered. Think about that. People don't. You're a family man. You've got kids, and people are not going to turn around and get their kids in the car, gas up the car, and drive down the road looking for a billboard. Oh, wait a minute. There goes a billboard. Oh, okay, that's what ABC Motors is doing today. Okay, let's go buy a car. They don't do that, man. It's absolutely ludicrous to think that. People don't turn around and listen to the radio hoping to hear your radio spot. They don't. They don't turn around and listen to the radio. And how do I know that? Because they have something called satellite, radio. They're, where they don't have commercials for a reason. General Motors, aren't they all come equipped with Sears XM?
Correct.
Okay, why? Because people prefer not to get bombarded by commercials. That's just the truth. People don't watch TV, okay? And this is important. People don't watch TV just hoping to see your commercial. They don't do that. They don't watch the news just saying, oh, I got to turn into CNN. Okay, I got to see what ABC Motors is doing today. It's ludicrous to think that. Conventional advertising is intrusive when and where people don't want to be bothered. That's why we have DVRs. That's why we have video on demand. That's why we have pay-per-view. That's why we have satellite radio. It is intrusive when and where people don't want to be bothered. Yet people are going, and I have faith. I mentioned that to you. I mean, no disrespect to anybody, but people go to Google like it's a god. Google. I want to know about my wife, my husband. Where do I find him? How do I like my dogs, my cats? My furniture, my pet medication. People use Google like it's like one of those black 8 balls that you shake and you ask it a question. You know what I'm saying? People use it like it's this psychic entity. They use it like it's got divine nature. Google, oh gods of Google, where do I find a 2014 Cadillac CTS at a good price? And where are you? If you are not on demand, if you're not where people are going proactively, you got to understand this. The whole Google Zmod thing was pretty simple. What Google said is that over 80% of all transactions, start on search. Over 80% from $1 to a jet engine, starts on search engines. So if everything, almost every single thing that's sold in any way a commodity in this country is on search, you have got to dominate that search. You've got to be where everybody is going to ask the questions. And I'm not saying that conventional media has no value. I'm not saying that print is only good for the lining of my hamster cage. I'm not saying that totally, a little bit. What I'm saying is that, like Dr. Covey says, you got to put first things first. Think about it. If 92 to 99% of Americans are going online before they step foot into a dealership, why am I not completely maximizing that space? Why am I not completely dominating where 92 to 99% of Americans are going? Do you see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of distractions disguised as opportunities. The first thing I would do is solidify my digital strategy, because that is going to be the lowest cost per sale, cost per lead, cost per opportunity. It's 100% transparent. So let's go through this. NADA says that the average cost per sale is about $600 or more per car. NCM says it's about $340, $380, cost per sale. My dealer synergy internet model is $200 per car in advertising. I'm not talking about all the fixed stuff like CRM and all that stuff. I'm talking about lead generation, SEO, that type of stuff, okay? So again, do I want to spend $600 per car? Do I want to spend $400 per car? Do I want to spend $200 per car? So the argument between digital versus conventional, it's not even close. It is 100% trackable and transparent, where you can't fully quantify and articulate what you're getting. There's no way that somebody could argue to me and say, you could tell you if you drop $50,000 in radio or TV, how much you're absolutely getting. Because you're throwing stuff against the wall, and whatever sticks, sticks. Whatever doesn't drips down the sides. Does that answer your question?
Completely.
Okay. Any other questions as far as it relates to the conventional advertising and marketing? Actually, you know what? I'm going to add to it. Wait a second. Because you said, how does it play in? So what I wanted you to get out of this video, this little tirade, this little rant, this chant, so to speak, is I believe that digital trumps, like the ace of spades, the ace and pinochle, whatever you want to call it, is that digital is so far more powerful, because I've seen dealerships that have zero or close to zero conventional advertising putting up like 80, 90 cars out of their internet department. It's insane. You know, you've got Bill Doobie Hyundai that's right over here. Let me get up here. We got Bill Doobie Hyundai years ago. This is from March 2009. That's one of the success stories on the Dealer Synergy wall. They did over 50 plus units out of their internet department, and you ready for this? Zero conventional advertising, and 70% of their entire dealership's business came from the internet. So again, I definitely believe that internet is the best. However, if you were going to engage in traditional media, right? I believe it should be as a reinforcement. I believe that if you do radio, TV, or print, it should call to action and drive traffic to your website. And again, let's use the billion-dollar gorilla in the room, Autotrader. Autotrader goes on conventional advertising to do what? To drive people to their website. Do you see what I'm saying? Why are we following other people and sometimes maniacal dealers that don't know what the hell they're doing just because they're doing it in their local, where we're not tracking and trending what billion-dollar companies are doing? Autotrader's using conventional advertising. How did they become a billion-dollar entity? They're driving traditional media to a website. Would you agree with that?
Completely.
Okay, so that's what dealers should do. If you want to get really all excited about traditional for whatever crazy reason, drive the traffic from traditional to your website. You're going to have a 24/7 commercial. 24/7 multimedia commercial if you build your website the right way. Versus if you're in a newspaper or billboard, it's a static one-dimensional advertisement medium. How many people, prices, payments, cars can you pack in an ad? Not that many. But you could call to action and direct people to your website. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions with media?
No.
Okay.